Cowboys Nation is officially on edge after the team finally confirmed its new defensive coordinator, and the reaction has been explosive. What many fans feared has now become reality, and questions are pouring in about scheme fit, past results, and whether Dallas just settled instead of aiming higher. Social media is already in meltdown mode, analysts are split, and pressure is mounting before a single snap is played. Is this hire a hidden genius move or a decision that will haunt the Cowboys all season long? One thing's certain, fans are furious, and the debate is just getting started. Finally confirmed. It's official. The Dallas Cowboys have signed a new defensive coordinator, and Cowboys Nation is absolutely split down the middle right now. Some fans are celebrating like the defense just got saved. Others are furious, disappointed, and saying this is the same old Cowboys front office mistake all over again. And once you hear the full story behind this hire, the timing, the reasoning, and what it really means for the future of this team, you might understand why this move is already causing chaos before the season even begins. Because this isn't just about one coach. This is about direction. This is about philosophy. This is about whether the Cowboys are actually serious about fixing a defense that embarrassed itself when it mattered most, or if this is just another safe, predictable, comfort zone decision by Jerry Jones. Yes, the Cowboys have officially confirmed their new defensive coordinator, and the reaction across social media has been explosive. Some fans are calling it smart. Some are calling it necessary. But a massive portion of the fanbase is saying one thing loud and clear: this hire makes them furious. And here's why. Let's start with the context, because context matters. The Cowboys' defense over the last few seasons has been a roller coaster. At times, they looked elite. Fast. Aggressive. Turnover hungry. A unit that could actually win games on its own. But when the lights got bright, when the pressure was highest, when the playoffs arrived, the cracks showed. Missed assignments. Soft coverage. Poor adjustments. And worst of all, the same problems repeating year after year. So when the Cowboys moved on from the previous defensive leadership, fans expected a bold move. A fresh mind. Someone innovative. Someone aggressive enough to take this talented roster to the next level. Instead, the front office went in a direction that feels very familiar. The newly confirmed defensive coordinator brings experience. Along are some years in the league. And that's exactly where the frustration begins. Because Cowboys fans have seen this movie before. Experience doesn't always mean effective. Familiar doesn't always mean successful. And safe doesn't always mean winning championships. What really has fans upset is the philosophy behind this hire. This coordinator is known for a more conservative defensive approach. Less gambling. Less chaos. More structure. More discipline. On paper, that sounds great. But Cowboys fans are asking a brutal question: is that really what this team needs? Because let's be honest. The Cowboys don't lack talent. Micah Parsons is a generational defender. The pass rush is loaded. The secondary has playmakers. What they've lacked is situational dominance. Adjustments. A killer instinct when the game is on the line. And many fans believe this hire does not solve that problem. In fact, some believe it makes it worse. Almost immediately after the announcement, fans started digging into past defenses coached by this new coordinator. And what they found only fueled the anger. Rankings in the middle of the league. Struggles against elite quarterbacks. Defenses that played not to lose instead of playing to win. Sound familiar? That's the fear. That the Cowboys just hired someone who will keep games close instead of finishing them. Someone who will protect leads instead of extending them. Someone who will rely on bend but don't break, a phrase that makes Cowboys fans physically angry at this point. And then there's the Jerry Jones factor. Because every Cowboys decision eventually circles back to one thing: control. This coordinator is seen by many as someone who will fit into Jerry's system. Someone who won't challenge decisions. Someone who won't demand personnel changes. Someone who will work with what he's given instead of pushing for more. That's a massive red flag for fans who believe the Cowboys need a culture shift, not another yes man. But here's where things get even more interesting. Not everyone hates the move. Some insiders are saying this hire was intentional for one reason: accountability. This coordinator is known for demanding discipline, for holding players responsible for mistakes, for simplifying schemes so players execute instead of thinking. And after last season's collapses, the Cowboys front office believes complexity wasn't the problem, execution was. They believe players freelanced too much, took chances at the wrong time, missed assignments trying to make highlight plays. And this new coordinator is supposed to put an end to that. That's the gamble. The Cowboys are betting that structure will unlock consistency, that discipline will lead to fewer breakdowns, that a calmer defensive approach will hold up better in the playoffs. But fans are asking another brutal question: if that's the plan, what happens to Micah Parsons? Because Micah thrives in chaos. He thrives when he's unleashed, when he's attacking from everywhere, when offenses don't know where he's coming from. And some fans fear this new system could limit him, put him in a box, reduce his impact. And if you limit Micah Parsons, you better be right. Social media reaction has been wild. Some fans are already calling this hire a failure before a single snap is played. Others are begging people to wait and see. And a smaller group believes this might actually be the missing piece. But the frustration comes from timing. This feels like a move that should have been made 5 years ago, not now. Not when the Cowboys are supposedly in a championship window. Not when the roster is built to attack, not survive. This hire sends a message: the Cowboys want control. They want predictability. They want stability. But do they want dominance? That's the real debate. And here's the part that should worry everyone. If this defensive coordinator fails, there are no more excuses. The roster is loaded. The stars are in place. The blame will shift directly to the front office, to Jerry Jones, to the philosophy behind every decision. Because this isn't a rebuild move. This is a win-now move. And if it doesn't work, the fallout will be massive. Some analysts believe this hire is directly tied to preserving the head coach, that this coordinator will align perfectly with the current staff, keeping everything intact. No shakeups. No power struggles. Just business as usual. And that's exactly why some fans are furious. Because business as usual hasn't delivered a Super Bowl in decades. So now the Cowboys head into the season with a new defensive coordinator, a divided fan base, and sky-high pressure. Every blown coverage will be magnified. Every conservative call will be questioned. Every playoff snap will be dissected. This coordinator won't just be coaching a defense. He'll be coaching under a microscope. And whether you love or hate this move, one thing is undeniable: this decision will define the Cowboys' future. Either it brings stability and playoff success, or it becomes another chapter in the long book of what could have been. So now I want to hear from you. Are you furious about this hire? Do you think the Cowboys played it too safe? Or do you believe discipline and structure is exactly what this defense needs right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Argue it out. I'm reading everything. And if you want non-stop Cowboys news, honest takes, no sugarcoating, and real conversations like this every single day, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this story is just getting started.